Hello everyone! Sorry sweetheart. Today we are going to Cope Visitor Centre. Sorry about the mask by the way. Just one of the things that you need to do when you're travelling around during Corona times. Oh, and sorry about the noise as well. I'm getting a microphone soon. That'll sort everything out and make it all my videos perfect. Anyway, we're going to Cope Visitor Centre, which is for victims of bombs left over from the secret war between America and Laos. And when I say between America and Laos, really what it was around 10 years of bombing of the Laos countryside. America were at war with the communists in Vietnam, in the Vietnamese war, and the communists used some parts of Laos, the Laos jungle and countryside, to secretly move weapons and people and soldiers, all that kind of thing. So the Americans illegally started bombing the out of Laos. They dropped more bombs on Laos than how many bombs were dropped in Europe in the whole of the Second World War. So between 1964 and 1973, America bombed Laos, and they dropped about 2.5 million tons of ordinance in the 9 years that they bombed Laos. That meant that every 9 minutes they were dropping a bomb, 24/7 for 9 years. And about 30% of the bombs didn't blow up. And that's about 80 million bombs left in Laos that did not blow up. So, and they're still affecting the Lao people today. The war hasn't ended for them. They're still being blown up and maimed whilst they're working their land. And this centre helps to rehabilitate the people that are affected by this by giving them physiotherapy and creating free prosthetics for them. Anyway, we'll go and check it out. We're going to walk there first. I wanted to get a tuk-tuk, but Molly wants to save some money, so I guess...
And get some exercise.
Yeah, and get some exercise. So I guess we'll do that. The Americans had an airbase in Thailand, and they would fly over Laos to bomb Vietnam. If the American pilots weren't able to drop their ordnance because they didn't find their target or any other reason like that, then instead of flying the bombs back over to Laos, through Laos airspace to Thailand, they would just drop all of the bombs over Laos. And that's for two reasons. Laos communists, and there were tribes in Laos that supported the communist regime. And on top of that, it was also economical. It cost more money for the Americans to fly the bombs back over than it did just to make new bombs. So America, to save money basically, would drop all their bombs on Laos so that they didn't have to spend the money on the fuel of the aircraft, taking all that weight back to Thailand. So people were killed, Lao people, innocent children, families, mothers, sisters, brothers were killed just because America didn't want to pay for the fuel to take the bombs that they took to another country back to another country. So yeah, that's an interesting fact for you. It's kind of dark, but it's the truth. This is the presidential palace. Hope I don't get done for spying. And there it is. I guess that's where the president stays. The White House of Laos. It's beautiful. You can hear the electricity. This is a cool building. Ah, French embassy here. So this is a really cool building. It looks quite old. In the late 19th century, the French invaded Laos and colonized them. And so a lot of the architecture from that period in Laos looks like this. Very French, very colonial French. You see all of the wooden windows and old plaster and old paint. It's nice. I like them. Hang on, guys, I've just come across a pet shop and this is mad. Look, they've got chickens for sale. Some weird chickens. I think they're like some special rare ones. They got all kinds of rabbits and things.
Hedgehogs.
Yeah, blonde hedgehogs. Blonde hedgehogs. They're not very active at the minute. And they got like, what are these? Guinea pigs.
Nocturnal, aren't they, hedgehogs?
Oh yeah, hedgehogs are nocturnal. Are these guinea pigs?
I think so. I like it.
By the way, I don't really agree with buying animals and having pets. I think like you should have a dog or a cat and that's about it really, but they're here, so I'm going to show you. It's true budget travel and this is the truth.
Look at this.
What is that?
It's a baby mouse or hamster. Like a fetus almost.
Oh, look at...
Really new.
Can't get... There's baby mice in there, like proper baby, like little pink babies. And then they've got these here. Dao. Dao. So the lady here says that these are called Dao. And I think there's some kind of like terrapin or something. They're really cool. Wow. Put your hand out. It doesn't look too healthy, you know.
Very lethargic.
Yeah, very lethargic. Look how they're all like clambering up. Wow, very cool. Kind of make me a little bit sad though. There's all these kind of weird birds. Like, wow. Look at the beaks on that. Oh, they've got doggies. Oh.
Hello, darling.
They look hot. Oh. Oh, they're not happy.
Look at that beautiful.
No. Oh, his tail. Hello. Hello. Oh, he doesn't look happy.
Look, it's licking me.
Oh, that's a bit happier. Oh, no touching. Maybe disease. And then they got cats. And they got a cat hammock. And that cat looks well happy. One lie. And then look at these little things. Proper fluffy little animals. Oh. Oh, he wants to play. I don't know. Are you playing or attacking? Oh yeah, there's another pet shop here. In Asia they put all the same types of shops all in the same place. I don't know why. Loads of different birds. Sad thing is, some of these are probably rare or endangered, but I have no idea. You might think it's a good idea to just buy some and let them free, but you don't know what you're doing with the habitat and the ecosystem unless you're a zoologist. But even then, the animals might be diseased or they might have, you know, some parasites that you don't want to be let out into the general population. Sad though. Oh, it is in here. Oh yeah, look, Cope Visitor Centre. Permanent exhibition, 9 AM, 6 PM daily. If you come into Laos, if you come into Vientiane, you should definitely come and check this place out. It's a free museum and it's an NGO organisation helping the victims of unexploded bombs.
Stadium for disabled people.
Oh wow, yeah, indoor stadium for disabled people. I never thought that I would see that in Laos. That's That's quite cool. See if we can actually have a look. Grant assistance of the government and people of Japan. I see this a lot. Buses, hospital equipment, all donated by Japan. Yeah, wow, it's a proper gym. Sawadee. Wow, proper gym. I've not even seen something like this in Laos. And this is for disabled sportsmen and women. Look, this is the Laos Paralympic Committee building as well. I've seen it everywhere. Cool. It could certainly do with an upgrade. It doesn't look open. Keep distance of 1 meter, so it is open. So here it is. Cope Rehabilitation Centre. And you got this sculpture here that's made out of bits of bomb, basically, American bomb. You see the arm here, it's a shell. And this is, I don't know, some sort of grape from a gun or something. Spins round. But yeah, this is quite a cool but sad sculpture. Really well done. I mean, look at the hand here. And the forearm with the bomb.
Made by a local artist in 2008.
From 500 kilograms of American bomb. Let's go check it out. Oh, there's big bombs here as well. Look at the size of this one. Wow, huge bomb. Like 2.5 meters long. I wonder how many miniature bombs that one had. Still open during Corona. Just keep a distance of 1 meter. Sabadi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So welcome to Cope Visitor Center.
Thank you very much.
So our exhibition is free for the entrance. So for more information, please have a look around inside. If you have any questions, so feel free to ask.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Thank you very
Cup
much.
chai.
Where you come from?
England.
England, both of you?
Yeah,
So you
doy.
are living here?
We
Since March we've been here.
lockdown.
Since March. Oh,
We
Nearly
it's
1
become-
year now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
1 year soon.
We come for 2 weeks,
I see.
2-week holiday,
Ah,
and get stuck because of Corona.
I see.
Mhm.
Yes.
But, oh well,
Well,
I'm happy.
okay.
Lovely country.
Yes.
Cup chai. Wow, so this is the centre. Wow, this is really cool. So there's a lot of bomb paraphernalia basically. So I think this here, these are the little miniature bombs. There, you saw that big shell back there, that massive 2.5 meter shell that probably held.
These are many varieties of cluster bomb.
Yeah.
In similar ways, scattering explosive submunitions over a wide area.
So what the Americans wanted to do was to completely destroy the jungle so that they could see the enemy, basically. The enemy could hide very well through the Lao jungle. So the Americans wanted to clear it, and so what they did was they dropped these massive bombs. You can see a big one up here. And they contain thousands of these miniature bombs. It's called a cluster bomb. And that bomb would blow up in the air before it hit the ground. It would throw all these around the place, really far distances. And so they just scatter all these little bombs in farmers' fields, ready for children to come and pick them up and play with them and get blown up. And they've made a display out of it here. I wonder how many bombs fit in one. I think all of these would probably at least fit in one, at least. You think they dropped millions of those? Crazy. I recognise this pattern here. There's this wavy pattern on the metal. The camera doesn't pick it up so well. I worked on a farm for 6 months in Pak Song, and as I was working and digging the land, I actually found a couple of pieces of bomb as well, and it looked exactly like that. All wavy on the edges, and that's how you can tell that it's a piece of bomb instead of just a random piece of metal. It's very obvious. You see that it's cracked and just shredded. And here you can see the force of what it does to the metal. It's very, very thick metal. It just completely splits it. And you've got lots of little bombs here. They might be incendiary bombs, I'm not sure. So this is cool here because this is a little bit of positivity from the negative impact that the Americans have had, or the bombs have had on Laos. And these people here, I'll just get closer. People collect the metal, the shrapnel and the bomb paraphernalia, and they make things out of them. Like here, this is a knife made out of American bomb. You've got axes. You've got a ladder here made out of American bomb. You've got a door. A bucket made out of American bomb. Got a belt buckle. So they've reconstructed a traditional Lao house, which is quite poignant because these are the types of people that these bombs affected. It wasn't ever any rich government officials or anything like that. It was always very poor, rural farmers. So here you can see, what is this? Yeah, a knife and sheath made out of American bomb. And bowls, rice pots, little tables, spoon. Yeah, a lamp. This is a lamp made out of a bomb. You got the wick here. I guess they just put the oil in there. Yeah, but that's a bomb, or that was a bomb, but it's now made into a lamp. All sorts. What is this?
It says fill with water to stop ants from reaching meat or other food hanging in the house.
Ah, so I guess you would hang the food off of the bottom and it stops the ants from climbing along down the string, and they'll drown in the water. So this dude here, Mr. Singin, he got blown up by one of these cluster bombs. So what he had to do, because he can't afford prosthetic, is he actually made his own out of a log and scrap metal from a bomb, and he just had to make his own prosthetic leg. This is it here. I didn't even realise I was showing you the picture of the prosthetic, and the bloody thing's literally right in front of me. So yeah, this piece of metal here, this is salvaged from exactly the same type of bomb that blew him up. So these are molds, leg molds, to help make the prosthetics that they do here. And you see a child here being fitted with one, probably very happy that he's going to be able to walk. All these bits here. That's ideally what they're looking to make here. Yeah, it's lighter than I thought it would be actually. It's about 2 kilos, I would say, maybe 2.5 kilos. But it's mainly made out of plastic. See here, all kinds of prosthetics. Oh, this one has sponge in it, and it feels quite hand-like. Feel it?
Oh, that's freaky actually.
That is weird, isn't it? Hello. There's so many prosthetics. So they actually have many they have many homemade prosthetics here that they've picked up off of people that they've helped in the past. I guess they've given them the correct prosthetic. I mean, look here. You've got, this is made out of split bamboo, and then we've got inner tube from a tire, and then we've got a piece of maybe an old prosthetic, And then they've just created a foot here. I can actually feel rubber. I think it's a tire or something that they've wrapped a sock around. Here again, you can see another one that's been made. The foot has come off of this one, but it's just bamboo and some ceramic here. A bit of ceramic, and then old hammock and old clothes, and that's just how they've bound it all together. Yeah, all homemade. It's amazing what people can achieve, you know, through necessity. You know, that's really complex, some of these. But yeah, they've got so many of them here. Mountain of prosthetics. Oh, I thought this was actually a person, man. It made me jump. What's this?
Bits of equipment to help people who have lost mobility or grip or whatever
Movement.
it is. So there's like a really
Oh, yeah.
long stick with a comb on the end, in case you can't reach up to your head.
And then just like thicker handles, right?
Yeah, and then this guy's using this thing.
Oh, so you've got like a... Oh, it just rocks. It rocks your forearm, I guess.
Yeah,
Rocks
his
you.
wrist doesn't work, I think.
Rocks your hand. So like, if you've got food, yeah, you can go down.
To help someone feed who has weak arm strength, such as a patient with muscular dystrophy, rest their arm on the top of the arm rocker. It rocks down so they can put food on their spoon, and rocks up so they can bring it to their mouth.
Wow. Ah, that's nice to see. Someone happy and smiling. Getting their prosthetic leg change their life. So you should definitely come here and come and check it out and give a bit of a donation as well, because they do really good work. You can see the disfigurement to someone's hands.
She's making cross stitch.
Oh yeah, in this she is actually still working. Like she's making textiles. This is the kind of thing that she'll make, and she's still able to make textiles and make little purses and things like that, which is, you know, still cool. It's nice to see that it hasn't completely stopped someone in their tracks. She's been able to adapt, I would say. But she's also not only just got her hands missing, but both her legs. So Molly's just read that they don't just help victims of bombs, but they also help other victims of disfigurement. So this is a really cool place. You should definitely come and check it out and come and learn some more about what they do here. And this museum is actually completely free to come and check out, and it's one of the best museums I've been to in Asia. It's got loads of information. It's quite small, but I like that because you're not wasting your time walking around everywhere. There's just, as soon as every foot you walk around, there's something really interesting, and there's just a hell of a load of bombs. Even if you're interested in bombs and weaponry, you know, loads of old bombs. And look at this. I don't even know what type of bomb this is. But it's part of the cluster bombs. This would have been packed up in one of these massive bombs. This says here, yeah, dispenser and bomb aircraft. Comp B, 163 pounds. Yeah, that's crazy. This is an American bomb. So in here, you can see 3 different types of cluster bombs, which is the main type of bomb that America dropped on Laos. This one has a piece of wire in it. So when the bomb blows up, it sends out this wire that's weighted and it spins and it acts as a landmine. Whereas these two here, they have bearings, metal bearings and fragments, just designed to maim, just like a grenade. You want as many little bits as possible to fly out, so you got a higher chance of hitting your target. But it's terrible.
Individual submunitions, each the size of an orange. Just one cluster bomb could distribute enough submunitions to blanket an area equivalent to several football fields, killing or maiming anyone in their path. They are known as bombings, and even decades later, they remain a lethal threat to civilians. Unlike landmines, bombings do not explode when they are simply walked upon. Most often, they are detonated when a farmer accidentally strikes one with a hoe when tilling a rice paddy, or when children throw them back and forth as part of a game. Sometimes they explode when they are tampered by scrap metal scavengers, or even when cooking fires are built near to where they are buried. Since the war ended over 40 years ago, bombings have killed or injured more than 20,000 persons, 40% of them children. This continues to be the daily reality of the people of Laos. To reduce the devastating effects of this painful legacy, every day throughout the country, over 3,000 men and women are conducting UXO clearance work. Thanks to their work, as well as ongoing mine risk education programs, the number of new casualties has dropped significantly over recent years, from 302 in 2008 to 42 in 2015.
This is a map made out of pictures of victims from the bombings, and it shows you a map of Laos. I'll get back a little bit further. It shows you a map of Laos. There's Thailand and Vietnam. Obviously, Americans were attacking Vietnam, and the communists in Vietnam were using the east of Laos, the jungle in the east of Laos, as a hiding place to move soldiers, munitions, any kind of technical equipment or anything like that to do with war. The communists were using Laos. Laos wasn't part of the war. So what did the Americans do? Well, they just started bombing the jungle, destroying the jungle, burning it down, dropping all these billions of cluster bombs all along the east, everywhere. You can see it. So where I worked on a coffee farm in Champasak, so this was hardly even bombed. And on the farm that I worked on, there were many bomb craters, huge. And this has hardly been bombed compared to here. I can't imagine how many bomb craters are going to be here when we get there. But it says here that this is the area of Laos that was bombed due to the fact that it was part of the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And then this is the area of Laos that was bombed because this area was heavily communist. Remember, Laos wasn't part of the war. It's been super interesting here. I haven't filmed absolutely everything because it would be cool for you to come and see some new stuff by yourself, come and experience it by yourself. But you should definitely come. It's a really, really interesting place. We're going to make a donation here. It's completely free to come here, but they do such good work that, you know, definitely come and give a donation. We're giving 50,000, which is about $5. But you don't have to. You could probably give them 50 cents and they'd be happy. But it's what we can afford, so we're doing that. Anyway, we're going to go now. It's been really, really good experience. Thank you very much. Kop chai, kop chai. So if you come here during normal times when there's no corona, they'd have a wheelchair workshop here, and they also have like a prosthetic workshop as well, and a workshop that teaches you how to find or how to clear a bomb when you've found it, which is quite fun. But none of that's open. Okay, so that was Cope Rehabilitation Medical Centre.
No.
What was it?
Cope Visitor Centre.
Oh.
There is a medical rehabilitation centre attached to it.
So this was Cope Visitor Centre next to the Medical Rehabilitation Centre. If you come to Vientiane, definitely come and check it out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, tell us what you think of it.